Hello and welcome, I'm Veronique. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video we are going to be playing with some new products from Essence. I'm quite excited. I just walked past the stand the other day and saw these cute products. Huggies and Teddies eye makeup and brushes and lip gloss, as well as a lovely lip liner. And then I found a new mascara as well as a volume booster. I think I'll try these two together. Quite excited about trying an eye primer from Essence, see how well that works, as well as their brow gel. I have not seen this before, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I will use some of my old favorites. Old favorite I should say is the Essence Micro Precise eyebrow pencil. And then a notable mention would be the, I love this Essence puff, and as well as their new beauty sponge. Very nice. So shall we dive right in? I'm going to scoot you a little closer and let's see what these products will do. First, I think I'm going to try the eyeshadow base. This one says that it is intensifying, long-lasting and no creasing, and it is a universal shade. What I am going to do to put it to the test is I am going to see how well it works on one eye as opposed to the other eye. It's quite smooth. Let's give it a go. I'm going to pop it on my finger and I'm going to now pop it on my eye. Just going to put it on. So while that sets, I'm going to use the Essence brow pencil. This is the Micro Precise Brow. It is in the color dark brown, and I absolutely love the tiny little tip on this this pencil. The only thing I wish is that it came with a spoolie on the other end. Another nice brand would be the Maybelline one. I quite enjoy that one too. So brush my brows up and let's pop that on quickly. And you can see it's such a lovely color payoff, and it also blends out very easily as well, which I quite enjoy. This is not a new product to the Essence range, but it is one that I really enjoy. I must say that I do battle to find the color, and when I do find the color, I generally buy 2 or 3 of these pens. They are not a lot of money at all. I'm going to set my brows with the brow gel, the Caring brow gel with aloe vera juice. Got quite a large applicator for the brows. I'm used to a little guy, but let's see how it goes. It's clear and looks like it does the job. The proof is in the pudding, and we will have to see how well this wears by the end of the day. Okay, so I'm going to open the little brushes. These are the, it's a brush duo. It is looks like a face brush and an eye brush. So this is I would imagine the face brush. It's quite soft. It's not very firm, but it's soft. And I think for the price it's pretty good. This is the little eyeshadow brush, and this one is quite firm, so definitely not a blending brush. So once we put the eye makeup on, I'll have to use one of my other brushes. And let's have a look at the eye makeup. Oh, I just love this packaging. I just thought it was so very cute. And look at the pretty colors. It's just so lovely, nice for every day. So they've got the eye makeup itself, which has got a range of shimmer and some matte shades, and then it's got the blusher as well as a highlight. So I'm going to get my little knife and open up. Oh, that's lovely. So there are 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades, and let's see how they swatch. It looks like there's some very nice color payoff from the swatches that I can see, and I have used the eyeshadows from Essence before, and I must say that I have enjoyed them. So let's dive right in. This is so exciting. I just love it. I am going to take a fluffy brush. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve this little guy for the shimmer, because I think that'll be easy to put the shimmer shades on. So I'm just going to take a regular fluffy brush and I'm going to dip it into this shade over here, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade just to pop it in my crease. Right off the bat, they are quite powdery, but that doesn't really bother me. Just make sure that you tap your brush off with the excess. And I'm just going to place that just in my transition space. So right off the bat you can see that there is some colour payoff, and I only dipped that in once. It's not bad at all. You can see what it looks like on the side with the eyeshadow primer. I think the colour looks a little bit more intense on the side with the primer. That is interesting right off the bat. The colours blend very, very nicely. That is a very pretty colour. I'm just going to intensify on the other side. On the same fluffy brush, I'm going to just take the middle shade and I'm going to put that all over my movable eyelid. Oh, that's lovely. Very, very pretty. I'm very impressed with the quality of the eyeshadow. I like the fact that there is definitely a colour payoff. I can see exactly what I'm doing. It's lovely. Very pretty. I hope this lasts the day. Just blend out a little bit. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to just take the little packing brush and I'm going to now take the darkest colour and I'm going to pop that in the outer corner on the one side of the brush. Just like that. Tap off. There is quite a bit of kickback in this little palette, I must say. Look at that colour payoff. Very, very nice. Colours are lovely, I must say. It's very nice for a nice neutral look. I'm just going to take a clean brush and just blend that. Just a drop more, I think. I think I'm going to just take a little bit of this dark colour and I'm actually just going to pop it underneath my lash line. And there is a little bit of fallout with the darker colour. Okay, just a tiny little bit. I'm taking my clean brush, I'm just going to blend that. Okay, I like that, that's beautiful. Alright, oh gracious, what do I choose? What do I choose for the inner corner highlight? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this little brush off on a tissue. And I'm going to take this shade over here and I'm going to pop that now on the inner third of my eye. I'm going to be quite liberal in taking it off the palette and I'm just going to stamp that into the inner corner. It is a very, very subtle shimmer that's beautiful. What I think I'm going to do is I want to intensify that sparkle a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some product on the brush and then I'm going to just take some setting spray. And I quite like this one here by Swiitchbeauty, which is quite inexpensive. And I'm just going to spray the product. And I'm going to see if that maybe makes this colour a little bit more intense. And for sure it does. That's beautiful. But I really do also want to try the gold shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another little essence brush, which is actually very similar to the one that came, this was a previous one. Another little packing brush, and I'm going to pop it into the gold, darker gold, and I'm going to spray and pop that right in the inner corner. okay. It's not blinding, but it's definitely there. All right, and I just have to do it. Let me just try the light gold as well. Then we've tried all the colors in the palette. I like the light gold, that's lovely. Yeah, I like that lighter gold, that's very pretty. In a corner highlight, that's stunning. Okay, before I put the blush on with a clean brush, I'm actually just going to wipe away the fallout from the darker color, and that has cleaned up quite nicely. It's fantastic. Alright, to finish my eyes, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the new mascara, but before I do that, I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes. I heard a trick the other day. There's a makeup artist I follow called Katie Jane Hughes, and she says when you curl your lashes, to stop the L shape from happening once you have started your curl, you take your arm up and tilt the eyelash curler up. It looks a bit weird, but the curl looks very pretty and there's no L shape, which is quite nice. Alright, let's try this one here. Volume Booster Lash Primer, Super Volume. And a smallish brush, thin brush. It deposits quite a bit of product, that I must say. Wow. I don't generally use a primer, but this looked very interesting. It's quite a look. I don't know if you can see, but it definitely does make them look a lot thicker than what they are, side by side. I think I'm just going to leave that on the one eye and see if it actually does make any difference at all. Alright, Lash Like a Boss. This is a very new one from them. For me, I find Essence mascaras hit and miss. I haven't actually found one that works for me. I find almost every single one that I have tried does transfer on my upper lid. So let's see how this one does. A stiff applicator, let's see how it works. Quite a dry formulation, which I actually quite like, then it's not so much mess. It's doing an okay job of separating my lashes, but it does, they do look lengthened and they do look like they're more voluminous. A little clumpy there. Oh no, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like this brush. It is not separating my lashes at all, so it is a very clumpy application. If you quite like that look, maybe you'll love this, but at the moment I'm not enjoying that at all. I'm finding it very difficult to separate the lashes. I'm going to need to find a little tool to do that quickly. I will be right back. I have got a little lash comb that I got from Sephora a lifetime ago, and I quite like this little metal guy, and he helps me when my lashes stick together. So I'm just going to comb them through and see if I can try and salvage this. Okay, I'm not enjoying that mascara. Alright, let's see what it looks like with the primer on it. I think with the primer, it seems to not be as clumpy. I think that's obviously what the primer has done, is it's like set a little bit. I don't know, can you see a big difference? I don't think I can see a massive difference. I don't know if the primer does, I mean it does a little bit, but it's like nothing really to write home about. Maybe the primer would work better with a thinner mascara. I'm not too sure, but right off the bat, I'm not enjoying the application of this one. I'm going to put another coat on once they dry a little bit, and then we'll see what they look like. So while they're drying a little bit, I am going to pop on my blush from the Sweet Little palette. Okay, let's go. Blush looks like it's got a little bit of a shimmer in it. Such a pretty peachy color. Okay. It's a very subtle peachy pink color, which I'm not mad at. I quite like that. That's very pretty. What do you think? That's lovely. It's like a healthy glow. Okay, the other side. On the nose, on the jawline. Oh, that's very pretty. I'm really enjoying this palette. I really hope that it's got a bit of staying power. This is so, so pretty. Okay, last little one is going to be the highlight. So that's quite exciting. I'm quite excited to see what this one looks like. Dark highlighter. But let's give it a go. Okay. I'm just going to pop it on the high points of my face. Oh yes, look at that. Gosh, that is beautiful. That's lovely. And it doesn't look like it's emphasizing my texture, which is quite nice. I think we've got to be very careful of which highlighters we use. Sometimes that it does do that, and then it draws your eyes to what you don't really want people to see. Oh, that is very pretty. I quite like that a lot, actually. I think for summer this would have been an absolutely divine palette. But yeah, put on the bridge of the nose. I'm just going to go the tiniest little bit underneath my brow bones. You know what? I actually quite like this. This is a lovely, lovely little palette. First impressions, loving this little thing. This is very cute. And it's such a lovely, handy size if you're going to travel. Okay, my lashes I think are dry, so I'm going to pop another coat on and let's have a look and see if another coat does anything. Sure. Okay, there is a lot more volume and there's a lot more length, but they are super, super clumpy. If you love that look, then I think you might love this mascara. But this is not one for me. I don't like that look for my face. Okay, yeah, that is super, super clumpy. They look like spider's legs. Okay, let's do lips. So I have got the Hugs and Teddies lip liner, and it is a retractable one. Let's have a look what that's like. Oh, lovely and soft. That looks lovely. And quite a nice nudie color. Let's see what the application is like. It's very light. I don't generally wear such a light nude color, but the application is divine. It is so, so soft. Doesn't really work all that well for overlining because it is quite a light color, so it just looks like it's smudged. Gives a very diffused look over the top lip, which I'm not mad at. It looks quite pretty. Alright, my battery ran out as I put the lip liner on, so we are back with a new battery, and I'm just hoping that the framing is the same. If it isn't, that's the reason why. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the lip gloss, and this is a Plumping lip gloss, so let's see how we go. Very skinny little applicator. Quite a lovely brown color. Well, that looks pretty. I quite like that. It's not my usual. I quite like usually a pinky nude. This more natural neutral to nude is quite pretty. I quite like it. In terms of the lip plumping, I'd be keen to see if anything does help my little top lip, but it's not too bad. The gloss feels very nice. It is a tiny bit sticky, but not bad at all. And there's a very slight fragrance. I can't tell you what it smells like, but it's very slight, but it's not offensive at all. Well, that is my face. I actually really like what I have got on my face in terms of my eye makeup. I'm not a mad fan of what my lashes look like, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go about my day and see how we go, and I'll be very interested to see how well the color wears during the day, and I will check in with you a little later. Okay, so time for our end of the day check-in. It is now just before 9 o'clock in the evening. I've had this makeup on for almost 8 hours, and let me give you my thoughts. Let's start off with a little eyeshadow palette, the Hugs and Teddies. I thoroughly enjoyed playing with this little palette today. I am very impressed with what my eye makeup still looks like. It is pretty much still where I put it. There is a little bit of fading on my eyelid over here, but for the most part my makeup looks fantastic. It looks very much like it looked when I put it on this morning. My blush is still there. It has faded a little bit, but not a ton, and that highlighter is still most definitely there. So I think for 220 Rand, this is a great deal. The primer, the eye primer, I must say I quite enjoyed this one. My color on the eye that I did use it does look like the colors are a little bit brighter and more vivid, and there's been no creasing, which has been lovely, but then there's been no creasing with no primer either. I am going to carry on using this one, and I think this one was a really cheap one, 65 Rand. Not a bad deal for that. I did not enjoy the Like a Boss mascara. I didn't enjoy the application, the fact that it was super clumpy, and what I have found is that it has flaked quite a lot under my eye. I'll try and zoom in for you so you can see. And there has been a tiny bit of transfer at the top here. Transfer wasn't massive, but there has been transfer. What is interesting is the eye that I used the Lash primer on, those lashes are still quite separated and still have held their curl, which is quite something. So I think what I will do is I will use this one again and maybe use it with like a lengthening mascara and see how well it works. I'm quite intrigued with this product, so this one I will give it a go again. And then the lash gel, oh, wow. Can't say I was blown away by this one. My lashes pretty quickly during the day, well, I mean, it's very soft. They're not where I put them, so I won't repurchase this one. I don't think this one was worth a purchase for me personally. I like something that's going to keep my brows where I've put them. I really enjoyed this little lip duo of the gloss and the lip pencil. I love the creaminess of the lip pencil, and what I really liked is that the color doesn't bleed into the fine lines around my mouth. Really enjoyed this one. Obviously they're not long wearing products, so you would have to reapply during the day, but I love the color as well. I think it's a really nice one for winter. A little bit out of my comfort zone. It's not a pink, but really enjoyed these ones. And I think the lip liner was, if I look down at my slip, was 39 Rand, and the gloss was 70 Rand. Such a good deal. Fantastic. I enjoyed using their brushes. I do like Essence brushes. I think that they're quite, I mean, they get the job done. I enjoyed this packing brush. This is such a lovely size for your shimmer products, and I enjoyed this little blush brush. Really pretty, and I love the pink. So I enjoyed this one. They were 120 Rand for the two of them, so that's a pretty good deal for some tools. And then obviously my old favorite, I love this little eyebrow pencil. My brows are still very much there, you can see them, and this hasn't transferred and hasn't moved, so this really is a great little product. So all in all, I think today was a very good makeup day. I enjoyed my day wearing some nice inexpensive but effective makeup. So that's it. That is all I have for you this evening. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, won't you please give me a thumbs up? And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join the family. And while you're there, ring the bell. Then you'll be notified of all of my upcoming videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.